About 13, 14, there was a lot of influences going on in my life around me, you know. I was just uncontrollable. I was unreasonable. You couldn't even approach me. Do you know what I mean? I was just a right div, couldn't handle my drink. And through that, over the space of 9 months, I ended up like stabbing 5 people. All types of shit starts going through your head. Like, you even have visions of like, what would it be like if I killed myself? Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm a real strong-minded person. I've not got one scar on my wrist, and I've never tried to commit suicide. Surely there's something wrong, and they didn't even want to help me, man. Because I wasn't suicidal. I said to him, like, I'm not suicidal, but I've almost like lost the will to live. Because what have I got to look forward to?
Yes, bro.
Long time, brother.
Trust me.
I know.
Welcome to the Prison Radio Project.
Thank you.
I'm really glad to have you on here. So it's been a long time since we've actually seen each other.
It has.
So like Charlie and I, for you guys listening at home, we went to the same primary school, which is just behind here. Probably met when we was about 7 years old. And like my memories of you, like you were obviously not as big as you are now. Always had a joke. You get me? Charlie's one of these people that used to like be willing to tease and that, even though man was a lot bigger or taller than him. But generally, you was a nice guy, happy. So it was come as a shock to me about 12 years ago when one of our mutual friends said, "Ray, you know Charlie's doing this and that, he's shanking people and all that." I was like, "What? Which Charlie?" "Charlie Southgate." And I was just like, "Raw." I couldn't put the two together. And
No, I completely get that, mate.
I haven't seen you for a long time. This is actually the first time we've seen each other.
It is about 20 years. It's been about 20 years,
since primary school. So what I'd like to know is tell me a little bit about what happened between us in primary school to...
See, as you know, I had a really good upbringing, Chiswick, you know, lovely area. Mum and dad always worked. I like to be a class clown at school. I actually remember you being always bigger than everyone else at school.
I was there, my age,
so when I hit about 13, 14, there was a lot of influences going on in my life around me, you know. People were getting stabbed, robbed, do you know what I mean? And I made the decision that, do you know what, I'm not going to let this happen to me. So I started carrying a knife. And so the main thing that happened to me in my life was my cousin got murdered in Brentford. He got stabbed, he lived by a knife, he died by the knife. And that's fine, but that gave me a belief that I always had to have a knife on me, whether I was going to the shop. I didn't really have no trouble with anyone, do you know what I mean? But that's when, so through carrying a knife and that, so when I hit about 18, I started going out drinking. You know what I mean? As soon as I had a drink, this, I don't know, animal would come out inside me, you know what I mean? Where I was just uncontrollable. I was unreasonable, you couldn't even approach me. Do you know what I mean? I was just a right div, couldn't handle my drink. And through that, over the space of 9 months, I ended up like stabbing 5 people. They weren't unprovoked attacks, but they were bad, they were horrific, you know what I mean? Like, it's bang out of order, should never have happened. Do you know what I mean? But so the thing with me was people dying around, because obviously Michael Campbell got murdered, you know what I mean? My mate Benji got murdered. It just gave me I thought, I have to have a knife on me at all times, because I don't want to be killed.
That's
Do you know what I mean? So if anything, I was a bit scared. That's why I was carrying one, for my own safety, which is what every kid in the UK will tell you. We carry one because we're scared. Well, they won't say they're scared, but for their own safety. It has to stop me, you know what I mean?
Quick question. So after the deaths in your life, did you ever have counselling?
No. I never spoke to anyone, obviously, until I was away. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd done counselling inside, and it was probably the best thing I ever done, to be honest. It's my chance to get things off my chest. Do you know what I mean? I'm in a stressful environment. It was brilliant. It was brilliant, the counselling.
Okay.
I think there should be more of that out here for kids. Do you know what I mean? That are caught up in situations where they can go and talk it through. And maybe someone could be like a mediator where they could sort shit out before people start getting killed. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying like it's like a grasping thing, but you know, like two mutual people that people respect in the neighbourhood could meet up and kind of squash beefs. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't get out of control. I think that's the only way of kind of addressing it, to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
I get it. So what you said to me is that this has come out of fear. But were your friends, or like other people around you carrying knives? Like what triggered it? Like I'm just going to carry a knife from now on.
No, my friends weren't. And it was always looked at me when it kicked off, because everyone knew I had a knife on me all the time. Everyone was always looking at me, and I kind of liked that at the time. Do you know what I mean? It's all to do with reputation as well. I wanted people to know that, you know what I mean, you can't mess with me. Do you know what I mean? And reputation, this is a thing with reputation, it's always going to be important to me. But I now want the reputation of someone that's turned it around. Do you know what I mean? It's just making a difference now. That's what I want to do. I want to give back. Do you know what I mean?
I get that. So you see, when you was carrying a knife, was there
Yeah.
was there ever the thought of like prison, the fear, like, right, if this goes wrong, I could actually murder someone and I could actually be doing a life
No,
sentence?
there was no consequential thinking, do you know what I mean? Because to be honest, if I would have thought about the consequences, it probably would have put me off carrying one. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I didn't think about them type of things at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really care, I suppose, at the time.
Yeah, you were just in this world.
Yeah, I was caught up in my own kind of world. Jack the lad, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sad.
I get it. So so I know that you done well, you got, was it 6 years IPP?
I got
sentence?
4.5 year IPP,
4.5
yeah.
years,
So I was
you-
sentenced to a minimum 4.5 years.
Right. Was that the first time you went to prison?
No, I'd been Feltham and that before for fighting when I was younger. do you know
Okay.
what I mean? Yeah.
What age?
18, 17, 18.
Yeah?
Yeah, 17, 18. Where this one I started off in Scrubs, do you know what I
Right.
mean? Big man's prison, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I prefer big man's prison though, there's not all that, I mean, there's no bullying going on and that, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
decent, everyone's kind of grown up, do you know what I mean?
Cool. Talk to me about so young offenders. So you said you went to prison at 18. So you
Yeah.
would have gone to, what was it, Feltham or
yeah,
something? like
Feltham. Young
Yeah.
offenders is wild, mate. Like,
Yeah.
so as soon as you get there, people are testing you, innit?
that? Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's all to do with like who's the biggest and baddest on the wing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's all intimidation and that. It's quite sad what's going on in there. There's a lot of bullying, there's a lot of deaths, suicides where
Right.
kids can't handle it. Do you know
Serious,
what I
even
mean?
at that age, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in adult prisons as well, a lot of suicides.
Yeah.
A lot of suicides.
All right, cool. So obviously, like, prisoners, they're supposed to be there for rehabilitation.
Yeah.
You're laughing. You've gone there at 18 years old.
Yeah.
Would you say that the prison system failed you at that point?
Yeah, definitely. Because the first time I went to prison, I didn't have to do any courses or anything like that.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? There was no rehabilitation set up for me.
Right.
And so rehabilitation is there in prisons,
Yeah.
but only if you want it yourself.
Right. It's not
Do you know
forced.
what I mean?
It's not forced.
It's
upon
not
you.
forced upon you. What they'll do is so when someone gets sentenced, say they get sentenced for violence,
Yeah.
they'll then have a sentence plan.
Yeah.
So they'll have things to do
Yeah.
to like progress towards open conditions and all that. And they usually do with like courses, instrumental violence courses.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But these courses, it's like you're trying to teach people common sense. Do you know what I mean? That's the thing with common sense. It isn't common anymore.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? But it's sad, man. Like, the courses, they're absolute bullshit, mate.
So
Like,
you
I
think-
think if these courses worked, you teach them to kids in secondary school
Right.
before they
Anything
make the
happens.
mistakes. Why not? Like, see, like a PSE lesson where you could like introduce a bit of consequential thinking.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the kids know, right? So these are the consequences for doing this, this. So they're already aware of it before it happens.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where they try and teach you that when you're 30 and that.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I mean?
understand.
You are who you are by then, innit? You know what I mean? And
That's true.
but it's ridiculous, like the questions they're asking. It's like, what are you doing if someone attacks you? I think they expect you to just curl up into a ball, but you're not. You know what I mean? There's self-defense. You're in your own right to fight back. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. The courses are mad, mate. To
Yeah.
me, I thought they were quite patronising.
Okay.
And I used to clash with the facilitators because they're like psychology students,
Right.
and they think they know everything, and obviously so do I.
Yeah.
And I can give up a convincing argument, and I used to kind of battle with them a bit.
Right.
So they didn't. You know what I mean? It was, I didn't really do too well on the courses.
So what kind of course do you think would have worked better for you at that point?
Some sort of like mentoring scheme. Do you know what I mean? Because I was 21.
Yeah.
So if I would have had someone a little bit older that knew the system, maybe a lifer, that could have approached me and said, "Look, mate, bang, you're doing things wrong." Kind of took me under his wing a little bit and taught me do you know what I mean? I think that would have probably been more effective.
Someone more relatable
Yeah,
that actually
more
understands
effective.
the lifestyle.
Because like at the time, you can imagine it, if I'm smashing my cell up and screws are coming to the door, that's just going to add fuel to it. Where if someone that I respected come to the door and said, "Mate, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
You'd listen to him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I did try and speak to like staff about doing something like that, but then it's like, can you let someone else go in the cell with them and that when they're reacting like that? And all it takes is for someone to get cut, and that's it, and it'll just mess everything up. So
Yeah.
but yeah, prison's shit, mate.
Yeah.
Shit. It's not the life, mate.
Cool.
Not
So
the
you,
life.
so you did you done your 6 months or whatever it was at 21.
Yeah. Young offenders. Yeah,
young
when I was before
offenders.
21. Yeah.
You come home. What was life like after that? Because obviously you've gone back into crime.
Right. So it was. I was away 3 months.
Yeah.
Mate, it felt like 6 years, to be honest.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like when I got out, I was like, what? Like I noticed everything that had changed.
Yeah.
But that was a sharp shock. That sentence.
Yeah.
That was That was a completely sharp shock. Do you know what I mean? I didn't learn nothing from it. I
Yeah.
got out. I wanted to go on an even madder one. All I wanted to do was make money. You hear about everyone making money in prison.
Yeah.
you think, why am I in for violence, man?
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? There's money to be made out there.
Okay.
And it fueled my hunger.
Right. So you came out and you're on the roads now, shotting and
Yeah, basically, doing whatever I could to make money. Do you know what I mean? Stealing, thieving, robbing, everything.
Okay. What made you decide to take that line of work to get money?
Right. So I was working when I left school.
When
I left school, I was working. And I started to see how much money my mates were making.
Yeah.
And I thought, hang on a minute, they make what I make in a year in a couple of days. Like, nah. First, it was my own intelligence again letting me down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where I'm clever and I think, wow, there's more money to be made there. But
you're just going by what you see in your
the influences around me. Do you know what I mean? Your environment, and that shapes you through and through.
It's mad though, because Chiswick is a nice area, and
Mate, it's a lovely area.
It's a middle class area. So how did you end up with that peer group?
So the only way I can explain it is like, so when I was introduced to the streets, the estate and all the council kids and that, I kind of fell in love with it. I fell in love with the streets. Do you know what I mean? When I come from a good background, I come from a good background, and I just fell in love with it. Got caught up in the moment and went down the bad path, I suppose.
Here you are now.
Yeah, but I'm out now. I'm free. Do you know what I mean? I'm working.
Yeah.
I've got a kid.
Cool.
Do you know what I mean? I'm actually happy and content in my life at the moment.
I'm happy to hear
and
that.
I never thought I'd actually be able to say that. Do you know what I mean?
That's sick. So, you got your sentence for GBH?
GBH, yeah.
Was that for the 5 stabbings, or?
Yes, so I got sentenced for 2 GBH Section 18s, 2 GBH Section 20s, and ABHs and common assaults and that. Like there was quite a few charges, but they're the main ones.
What was your thought process at that point, getting sentenced? Like how did you feel at that point?
Right, so I was expecting longer, because when I got the IPP, I didn't actually understand what I'd been given.
Right.
All I heard was 4.5.
Yeah. Just for the people listening, Charlie, what is an IPP?
So IPP sentence is, it's a life sentence basically. So you do something 2 times, 2 strikes, bang.
Yeah.
It took over from the second strike life.
Right.
So basically, back in the day, if you committed 2 violent offences or 2 robberies or anything like that, you get a life sentence for it with like a minimum tariff. Do you know what I mean? So that, and then the IPP took over that.
Okay.
So basically, it stands for the imprisonment for the public's protection.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So you're locked away on a 99-year sentence until the parole board are satisfied you're no longer a risk to the public.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And how do you prove that?
How do they prove that?
Exactly, like, 'cause this is what my argument was. You're keeping me in, but I'm not doing anything parallel to my index offence. I'm not still running around cutting people. I'm not exhibiting any of them behaviours, but you're looking me back because I got caught with a phone. Like, that doesn't make me a risk. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I'd done so long, because I got caught up in it and kind of fought the system for a little while.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
Cool. So you've got this IPP. You're not really aware of what it means at that point. Was there a point in prison where you actually found out that, well, my freedom is subject to this parole hearing?
Yeah. So after about 10 years, it started to get a bit like, fucking hell, man, this is long. Like,
10 years?
Yeah, about 10 years I started to think, right, this is long, bro. I better start bucking my ideas up fast, bro.
Yeah.
I'm never going to get out, innit? I had officers saying, I don't think you're ever going to get out.
Yeah.
And that shit's scary, man.
Of course it is, man.
What? What do you mean? I'm never going to get no pussy? Nah. Do you know what I mean? Like, no.
Yeah.
I can't be doing this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And it's sad. You start seeing like other guys, like second strike lifers that have been in the system 20 years and that, and you think like, nah, man.
20 years,
Yeah, like it's like, nah, man, I don't want that shit. There's more to life. But where you got to remember as well, because when I went away, so I missed all like the social media influences, iPhones. So I didn't know what I was missing.
Right.
That was all kind of, I used to see it on the gadget show and that, but because I hadn't experienced none of it, I didn't miss none of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm on Facebook and that now, and Instagram and that, but do you know how long it took me to actually work out how to use that stuff?
Yeah, because a lot has changed.
Like, what?
You didn't
Video calls, what?
Yeah, it's mad.
That shit's digital to me, do you know what I mean? You can imagine, innit?
Of course.
14 years, like, it's like waking up in the future.
Yeah.
That's literally what it was like, mate. And everyone's grown up.
Yeah.
All them kids that were 4.
Yeah, they're...
I mean, 18 now, and it's just like, no way is that so-and-so, do you know what I mean? Like, it got to a point where my mum had to put who it was on the back of photos.
Yeah, because you don't recognise them.
Because I don't recognise them, do you know what I mean? And that's sad, man.
Yeah, so while you were inside, you didn't have any children, is that right?
No, yeah, I've got a son. He's 19. He's 20 now. He's 20 now. Yeah, so I had one, so I missed out on everything while I was away with him.
That's mad, man.
Do you know what I mean? Everything. This is why I'm determined this time with my new boy to not miss nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to see first words, first poo, cough, everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, you literally, I want to see everything. Do you know what I mean?
So if you don't mind me asking, how has that affected the relationship with your eldest son?
There kind of is no relationship. You know what I mean? We're in contact and that, but he doesn't really contact me enough or reach out. Do you know what I mean? And I suppose I don't really reach out because it's quite sad to say, but we probably don't even love each other because we don't really know each other. Do you know what I mean? Where we've not had that bond, or it's sad and hard to explain.
Yeah.
But I wish things were different. You know what I mean?
Of course. Have you two ever had a conversation? Like about where you does he know where you were?
Yeah, he knows where I was and that. But we've not had really like a conversation about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, but he's a good boy. He's not on all that street shit. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really need to advise him on it. Unless he comes in with a situation, he's like, bang, dad. Then I'll give him the best advice I can. But he's not really. He works. And I'm proud of that. Do you know what I mean? I can introduce him to people and know that he won't embarrass me. Or speak like an idiot, you know what I mean? Or start talking like a rude boy.
He's a good kid. So his mum's
he's clever. He's clever.
I remember your mum as well. She used to work down at the local primary school. Lovely lady. Obviously, she's tried to do the best for you.
She's my rock, mate. Like, if it weren't for my mum, I wouldn't be here today, mate. Like, do you know what I mean? She was the only one that was there when I'm sitting in the block with nothing. I'm not getting out anytime soon. I've got nothing to look forward to. I'm wearing a pair of Reebok workouts, £20 trainers. And she's the only one that was there for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, through thick and thin. And she never turned her back on me.
How did it affect her?
She probably aged, the 14 years I was away, she probably aged 28 years.
Serious.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I can imagine. Because that's what I started to realise, that it's not just me doing the sentence. Like, although I'm serving it, my family out there are also serving it with me. You know what I mean? And that was the horrible thing, seeing the effect it was having on them. You know what I mean? Forget about me, I'll ride it. It was them, and that was the main reason for me for getting out. I wanted to make them proud and show them, do you know what I mean?
Okay, so it's your family and your mum and your son that has been the main reason for your change? Transition?
To be honest though, like my mum, she's everything to me. Do you know what I mean? She's the most important person in my life, even to this day. Right. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we've got like a kind of different bond, me and my mum. Do you know what I mean? To like how most mum and sons. I can tell her about anything. Right. Do you know what I mean? I can literally be honest about everything. She might not like it. But she'll still be there for me. Do you know what I mean? And I can't ask for any better than that.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So, being in prison all that time, Charlie. In fact, no, what I was going to say, so I've watched an interview you did with Mr. Fish. Great interview. And you've kind of confessed it yourself that you did sort of glamorize prison life a little bit.
I've kind of felt like I spoke about the good times. Like, don't get me wrong, there were good times. We had a laugh in it. You can imagine it. It's naughty boy boarding school. There's some extremely funny times, but there was some extremely lone time, bad times as well, bro. Because as much as the fun and the laughters, that shit used to get me in trouble because it'd be me sitting down the block on punishment because of having a laugh, taking things too far. Do you know what I mean? And
what's the block, just for the audience?
The block is like segregation unit. So if you're like unruled, so it's solitary confinement. Right. That's basically what it is. Do you know what I mean? So you're in a room with a toilet.
You got a bed?
Yeah, a bed and a toilet basically. Do you know
window?
what I mean? Yeah, and a window. But that's that literally is it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you got no kettle. Nothing, no TV.
And do you get out? Do you get out of the?
You get out an hour a day exercise. Do you know what I mean? That's if they can facilitate it. So when you're in that position, you know what I mean? Like, all types of shit starts going through your head. Like, you even have visions of like, what would it be like if I killed myself? Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm a real strong-minded person. I've not got one scar on my wrist, and I've never tried to commit suicide. But when that shit starts running through your head, you're like, fuck, like, what? Like, what is wrong with me? Do you know what I mean? But I couldn't do it. You can't do that to your family. I couldn't have Dick going around out here, he
killed himself.
People approaching my sister, your brother's a waste, man, he killed himself. Nah, man. Like,
so pride stopped. So it sounds to me like you're saying that pride stopped you from entertaining that thought.
Yeah, and the fact that, mate, I probably couldn't even do it if I tried. Do you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't. Nah, I wouldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Fair enough. Tell me, so you said that there were some dark times. What would you say is the darkest moment that you had in prison?
The darkest moment, right?
Yeah.
So I'd been in about 12 years, right? And like, they didn't know what to do with me. I've done all the courses under the sun, and then they're trying to convince me now that they want me to go and do some fucking unit thing that's going to last like a year and a half.
Right.
And I'm like, nah, man. Like, I'm not doing nothing else no more. Like, I've had enough of it. I've done too much treatment now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing no more.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, you're not going to get out, basically. And yeah, that was it. And like, I was extremely low for about 6 months after that. I even went to like the mental health team inside and was like, look, I've done like 12 years. I've kind of given up on getting out. I'm a young man. Surely there's something wrong. And they didn't even want to help me, man. Because I wasn't suicidal.
Yeah.
I said to them, like, I'm not suicidal, but I've almost like lost the will to live. Because what have I got to look forward to?
Yeah.
I can't keep looking forward to canteen every week.
Yeah.
Or my newspaper at the weekend. That's bullshit, bro.
Yeah. You've been doing this for 12 years.
Yeah, like these are the things that have got me through it, because I'm looking forward to, right, tomorrow's so-and-so, or tomorrow's something, you know what I mean? Like, this is how I was planning it. I was trying to look positive, look forward. Yeah. And bro, they were just fucking shutting me down, bro. Yeah. And in the end, I was just like, nah, man. Yeah. But no one recognised it. Like, I didn't get no help. Do you know what I mean? No one come up to me and was like, oh, you're all right, we can see you feeling a little bit low. Yeah. Like, no one. So a weaker-minded person probably would have killed himself, which is sad, bro. Yeah. Like, how are people able to kill themselves in prison? Like, this is a place where you're monitored more or less 24/7. Yeah. Like, how, as soon as someone's low, officers should be there to pick that up straight away. Like, let's just keep a closer eye on him. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's mad, bro. The amount of people that I've lost, like mates and that, that got big sentences, and I hear a couple of years down the line that they've killed themselves, man. It's fucking sad, bro.
Of course it is.
Like, really sad, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, man.
Cool. So you've turned your life around now, Charlie, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, so what are you doing? What are you doing with yourself now, man?
I am an electrician.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine from school and that saw my interview where I was my other YouTube interview with Mr. Fish. Yeah. Where I was saying that I just needed someone to give me a chance, like job-wise. Yeah. So my mate, he's an electrician. Yeah. He thought, right, this is a perfect opportunity. I'm gonna try and build a team now. Yeah. And the first person he got on board was me. Nice. And I've been working with him for about 4 months now. I've not let him down once. Yeah. And he's really been looking after me, man. Yeah. And I love it. I love it. Do you know what I mean? I love working for him. Yeah. Love the banter, just talking. It's good for your mental health. You know, like just being out with a friend and being able to talk about anything. Right.
That's sick. And is there like a point in your sentence or since coming home that clicked for you and said, you know what, I just need to do something proper with my life now?
Yeah, it's like the thought of, I wasted 14 years, man. I don't need to be wasting any kind of more time, especially in institutions. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not going to get me nowhere. I think if I went back, I'd lose the plot now. You know what I mean? Because I've done so well. Yeah. I've been out a year and a half now. No one ever would have thought I would have made it that far. Do you know what I mean? So that's
what they thought you would have been recalled.
Oh yeah. I can imagine a lot of people thought I would last about a month. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I've just taken it easy, man. Yeah. Nothing has to be rushed, really, does it? Well, it does though, because I've wasted 14 years, so it's mad. Yeah. But yeah, I'm happy and content at the moment.
Oh, that's brilliant. Love to hear that, man.
Something I never thought I'd be able to say, especially being in there.
What's the main thing that's keeping you, like, from resorting to what you was doing before?
Just the thought of losing everyone again. You know what I mean? Missing my boy grow up. Do you know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, my mum and dad and that ain't getting any younger. And if I was to go back away and something happened to one of them, I don't think I'd be mentally strong enough in there to deal with that. Where outside I've got my family and friends around me.
Support network.
In there, man, like, you end up hurting someone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just taking frustrations out. Yeah, that'd be my worst nightmare. And that was another thing that got me out as well, because I was thinking, right, my family ain't getting any younger, man. One of them die while I'm in there. Like, it's going to be mad, isn't it? Yeah. So that was another motivation to get out, man.
That's cool.
Do you know what I mean?
So I asked this, like, quite a few guests that come on. If you could go back in time, to say, when would you say that it all sort of went wrong for you?
I'd say probably 15. 15, yeah,
right,
15,
cool.
15.
So you go back to speak to a 15-year-old you. What advice are you giving him, man?
Right, this is hard, right? Because when I was that age, people couldn't talk to me. People always wanted to try and sit me down and say, look, bam, bam, and I'd be like, nah, man, I knew it all. So it'd be hard to advise someone like me. What would I say? I just fix up, man. Like, what are you doing? Where are you going in life? Do you know what I mean? Like, really, where was I going? I was going nowhere. I was on a downward path. Yeah, I'd just like to have got hold of myself and just give me a slap. Look, fucking fix up, man.
Fix
Do you know what I mean?
up,
Like,
yeah.
what are you doing? Like, where are you going? I don't think that would have
Direction.
probably done anything, but
Yeah,
it would have been nice to have the opportunity.
yeah. I get it, man. I get it.
But I want to do.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do now, though. Like, my main
Yeah.
thing in life now is my brother works for Brentford Football Club, and I'm trying to get involved in doing talks.
Right.
You know, like to kids.
Yeah.
About carrying knives and
Yeah.
the consequences, and just making them fully aware of it. Do you know what I mean, showing them some gory photos and that shock factor. You know what I mean? Like maybe some mock prison cells.
Yeah.
But like tour schools, youth clubs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And just put it out there. Just send a positive message.
So I've got a question for you, because most of your, like the assault that you committed, right?
Yeah.
Were these, they weren't enemies, were they? It was just,
No,
it was
they
just
weren't
a
enemies.
spontaneous
It was like
situation,
yeah, it was literally like me and you could be in a pub.
Yeah.
We barge into each other.
Yeah.
You say something silly.
Yeah.
I say something silly back.
And then
next thing
it
it's all
escalates.
kicking off outside, or someone's been got. Do you know what I mean? Literally like
Yeah.
stupid. None of they did describe my attacks as like unprovoked.
Right.
But there wasn't. There was always something that
Something
happened
there, yeah.
beforehand. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I was a div.
Yeah.
Completely different person.
Yeah. Got it. Well, that's it, man. So what's next for you? Well, you kind of described. So
Maybe another
anything
kid,
else?
marriage. Do you know what I mean?
okay, nice.
I just want to be
nice.
happy, mate. It's all
Yeah.
I want. Just want to be happy. A couple of holidays.
Yeah.
I've been on holidays. Like, I don't
course,
think
yeah.
I'm allowed to leave the country at the
I was
moment.
going to
but
say, because you're on license, can you travel?
I can.
still?
I have to apply on that. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, I want to go on holiday.
Yeah. Nice, man. That's it.
Can't
Get
wait.
some
Definitely,
sunshine and see,
definitely.
bro. Lovely.
Definitely.
All right, Charlie. It's been good, man.
Mate, it's been good. It's been a
Thanks
really good catch up, man.
It's been a good catch up.
It has been.
Thanks for coming on to TPRP.
No problem, no
I
problem.
reckon that the audience at home, they have to take something from that, even if they're not involved in crime themselves. Appreciate you dropped the gems that you've dropped today, the knowledge, how open and transparent you've been, because I know some of these topics have been quite hard to talk about.
Yeah.
Much
No,
appreciated,
thank
man.
you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. All right,
thank
bro.
you.
Once again,
Love my guy.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes,
man.
yes.
Thank you. Good luck with everything, yeah?
thank you. So, guys at home, like I just said, I hope you've enjoyed that. I think there's a lot of valuable material in there. Like, subscribe, share, because you never know who might see this. You know, it might be your nephew or your brother, and they might be carrying a knife, and you probably don't know about it. And this could be the thing that changes their mindset and prevents a murder or whatever happens as a consequence of it. So yeah, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time round. I'm out.
Brilliant.